It's only a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf. Nothing to see here, right?
In someone's abandoned shack. On the coast. In Martinez. In Ravachol. Nothing. It's just a piece of furniture.
Red paint is peeling off it. Looks like blood, no? A banged-up motor carriage lies half-submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water. The seawater has already started to corrode the metalworks.
My guess is it started its journey from the plaza, where it backed through the fence. I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it. The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
I did not. but I'd say it has been here since last Saturday or Sunday. Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside. I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yes, yes. Clearly, this is a triumph.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. Spit flies from your mouth.
Raining heavily here, Chief. Mind keeping it down.
The lieutenant must think it's rather funny. He smiles and quickly turns away. With his lips puckered, the lieutenant lets out a beautiful, melodic trill that puts even the insulindic thrush to shame. You hear the sound echo on the large body of water. Clouds race across the spring sky, and suddenly you just feel better about everything. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Capri, Model 40.
Yes. Why haven't you?
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people, you know, those kinds of people. Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for? I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry.
41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. Oh God, Harry. Oh God, Harry. What did you do? No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
The lieutenant just shakes his head.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea, after you jumped across the canal. Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Probably. Try definitely.
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point. I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off. That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. You'd be lucky to find one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this. Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
The lieutenant adjusts. There is also a fourth thing you've lost. More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever into the deepest of seas.
Yes, let's go take a look.
worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you... Hi, officer. Anything I can help you with? A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium. The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place. The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly. Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot. Guns are expensive and fragile, I think. Besides, I got kids, can't have guns around them, and sometimes a sharp blade is enough to keep folks at bay. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check. You would put me in an early grave.
She refuses, but your word is the law. You are law.
What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
That does not go for real men. It does not go for you. Show her. Show her the wonder. Not bad.
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield. Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying. Gone.
The harbour seawall endures the wash of the freezing waves. Many things wash up against it and onto the beaches of Revachol. Some inanimate, some just no longer alive. You shudder.
To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago. Who knows? Maybe he fell over. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
She really liked those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
I don't. But us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better drunk. Ask.
Do it! Hit on the widow! It's the right thing to do!
Let's see. Who are you looking for? I don't think I know what these are. Aha! Like snowmen. Two odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like. Right. Not only snowmen, also I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen? Yeah, I'm not really looking for that anymore. Not much into the middle class. I wish I could help you with that, but I haven't seen your working class.
She seems genuinely sorry for not being able to help you.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids. I sell the fish to people in the delta to... Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea is giving.
This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Wood, pieces of glass, bottles, drugs.
Mines. You need mines.
Well, the RCM has to wait for another one, because some army folks came by, took it in the middle of the bay.
Spiky must have been a naval contact mine.
Sure is. The Sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue. Hi. Sunny days. You got a problem with that?
No, ma'am. We have no quarrel with sunny days.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff, bad news for the nets, bad news for the kids.
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the rain streaming down the yellow belly of the boat.
In time, when the sea turns and the winds settle, she will be ready.
Waves wash the sand. A skiff.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts. Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Trouble? Say the second thing, Bratan! Shows you got style!
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen. Oh, the usual.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking.
No, not you personally. I meant he was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
You're not. No one around here considers us an ill omen. People would have told us.
Maybe they are afraid, because you're an ill omen, but you're still welcome here, as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage, and not a lot of houses, or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us? Stay? Well, that said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack. I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM. That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. We might not look like much, but they are ours. My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm. Aye. The room is pretty bare bones, but it's got a bed and roof over it. That's more than some folks have around here. Go ahead. Call people rude things. We've heard worse here. Now, are you interested or don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the...
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room.
Finally, you have those lame-os of matinees off your back, Bratan! This looks like a great place to bring chicks!
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist. This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street. Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot.
An old military hospital and its surroundings. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses. Shacks as far as the goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now. Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they're away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight. Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here at least. Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to... Here? For you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women.
Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to find. She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even. Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to...
So, they don't hold service?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. And now, Suspicious-looking people are...
Perhaps the mysterious music is somehow connected to the case. A resalka or a...
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before... Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk, but it's closed. No one. That's why it's closed. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else. What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast. Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr... Why, I guess I will, Harry. Aye, it just rolls off the tongue. He did too many narcotics. So many, he fell off his boat and split his skull on a buoy. Folks who saw it say his head cracked open like a melon. Nasty.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer? Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea? Quite the sign. An eyesore too. Situation calls for a funeral, if you ask me. Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all. Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent. Oh yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere. Yes, that is a pity. But for now, let's focus on the things we do get to do.
You like the Capri funeral idea?
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you replace the broken scooter you almost certainly broke.
I don't know. Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry. Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom? That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything. It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like...
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Yes. Very soft. Isn't he soft? Oh, I had gloves.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
I hid them. the twins were gonna take them. They're stupid.
We're going to need those gloves. It's for...
Oh. They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good. Bye!
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
Yes. Yes.
This one doesn't say anything. Kick.
Lily's our mum.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. The other one laughs. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing. An interesting reason, somehow tied to the case. The boy stops laughing and looks at his toes. Oh, okay. So now he's shy. Now he's not talking. Just wobbling around like he's afraid of something. The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's some...
He looks just like me.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt.
You're bad with kids. Maybe I am. Now, how about some actual police work? We are not getting anything here.
You're stupid. Okay.
You stop mid-step and put your hand on the garish necktie.
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle! Oh, I think this is about so much more than cool. Please go talk to him. See what it's about. I'm drawn to it. Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail! Uh-huh. Abigail.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's gone. Colin never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. But this guy's a little too drunk. He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail. Don't you fucking call her. Hear me? Don't call Abigail.
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible.
There's no use in yelling at drunks.
The drunk man
Don't call.
There was little chance he'd...
Hey, Tequila! Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you? So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the,
Good. These people know your true name. Looks like
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
Not this again. I was...
only echoes remaining of human faces? That's a pretty good apocalypse. I wouldn't mind if it came down to that. Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
this guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks.
We are saving the world.
Please.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're... So now, it's a pirate's life for me. You too,
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy? So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal.
See? There it is, Bratushka! The spirit! Let's buy it! It's our end game! Snap out of it, Bratan! This is no time for melancholy introspection! It's time to... Exactly! This is no ordinary drink! It's one of... You have to buy it from him! Get it off him! Kill him if you have to!
The lieutenant looks at you, looking at the bottle of spirits, then at Rosemary, suspiciously.
Hi, by amphetamine I mean speed. Hi, it's what I said. Good, my man. Now what... Oh, the system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard. You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands, bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I got everyone on my hook.
Seriously? Are you? Fine.
And the lieutenant is annoyed.
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. You know, it's funny, actually. What? This guy.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
He ain't shitting you! Medicinal spirits are a blast, Brat.
I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go. It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all. But the idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. Like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol. 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it. Yeah, be careful. It's
Feels like someone set a mustard field ablaze right inside your nose.
Did I not tell you, Bratan?
So, what's the deal, friend? Want the spirits of 3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime. Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Bratan, I am so proud! Now, whatever you do, don't drink it! This deserves so...
The tie is so on the money there. Up the bum it goes.
Just wait for my sign. Keep it with you. Keep it warm.
Soon. The time will come soon. I'm getting a really dark vibe from this. This won't be...
In the civilized world, it's...
A drop in temperature, an easy flow there. An empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Chemically sweetened. Across the road is smooth and motley. Craters filled. A tub warm with water. White with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18. His boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with him. Their pockets are heavier with money, but only slightly. Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up. Craters pocked the surface. The wind moves the air. Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see the walls and floors give way to the giant's grief.
Congratulations. That's the gauntlet down.
As you fold your fingers into a fist, you realize you could knock anyone out with one punch. The white ceramic gloves wrap around your digits comfortably. The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you. Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it, observe its properties, see if there's a weakness in the design. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material. A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Here,
Oh,
it's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
huh? So should you.
You don't have to do anything.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Your pulse rises. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law. Your eyes are fixed on her as everything gets very still. Dangerously so. She looks down, pretending to be busy with the device. Make her meet your eyes. The kid isn't arrogant. She's just afraid to look you in the eye. You already put her in her place.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I was trying to concentrate on this thing here and I'm sorry I said that.
She looks up with a pained expression, her face caked with a thick layer of makeup. With her left hand, she's wiping some of it off to get the snow out of her face.
Okay. A cell. Okay, it's Burger.
You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do. Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river. Rich people. Rich people are east of the river. Bet they like it that way. The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager. You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13. In Forberg. Is this a rhetorical question? My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess, I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
She nods very cautiously.
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still. Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Nice. You could maybe bug someone with it. Wiretapping.
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble. Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum. Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck, or really be a Palaceum going kind of person. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sure. Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound. My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Everything checks out, sire.
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music anyway. I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed... I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers to...
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turned...
Take this, your call.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat. That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure. Yeah, go ahead. It's supposed to become like a club, except that, yeah.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bone. There will never be a club, not in a million years.
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments. Synthesizers and tape consoles.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like.
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. Hey, you two are cops. Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right? They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else? Go ahead.
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover.
Okay, bye.
A pane of eternite has been planted into the snow, barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind.
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk. The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men.
Come on! Get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader. Or at least he thinks he is.
Sorry, you barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
An egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers. We have many in the pipeline, officer. You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate.
Place is a shitter.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues. Ah, so you've met her. Good, good.
He's not as glad as he would like you to think. There is...
Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
an attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like no.
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jam.
Strikes that.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are.
They're spooky. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is,
Also, they don't eat or clean. People just want to spin tapes without them spooking.
thank you, Egg. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out, whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's all right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged.
I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A pad...
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work.
Of course. Noid! All right.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly. The speed freak nods to you, a respectful nod. You proved something here.
Not long. Like a week, maybe? I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive. Exactly. That's exactly...
The cage of the ray! Egg means the situation is monitored.
It's... Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen... Yes. There's also...
This machinery is of the deep...
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly...
One of them has wires running into bowls of...
Andre!
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No!
Which other one? I'm not as in...
Felt like silence.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that...
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone, or something, eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it. Like, you aren't alone.
It wasn't quite...
Non-human me.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling. Yeah, you know, the way it was
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Crab! Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it.
You should ask her about it, but be...
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before...
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff stuff.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you. As if...
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations.
Not that we would know anything about that. Noid, we're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to Noid about the machine. Well, honestly...
Why not? Let's go with that.
I'm 70% sure they're substance users. Don't let the tech... Sure. What? Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it. Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious... And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They... You're right, they do.
The Pericarnassian Church is about love. Love is...
Unity!
Unit...
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse!
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base. Feels good.
Yeah!
He seems ecstatic that you share.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you.
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco...
Yes. What? Yeah, good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water. Oh, it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the new...
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers... Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salem Rock. With a sudden flash, the world freezes.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good. It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align. I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. Weird stuff. Specialised. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous. Psionic powers. The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the...
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Yes, further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
A young man with, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secrets.
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Here comes the night!
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? The young man.
This is hardcore. It's hardcore! Skibbity, skibbity.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this.
Back to the heavyweight. Hardcore! Hardcore! Yeah! Lucky Erskine. True, hard, full, hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as
Hardcore! Ah!
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
I am the mic enforcer. We're close. True, hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yakokata, the place to be. Yakokata. We're close. True, hard, hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core. All right. Yeah. Gotta get the people going.
Yeah.
We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally coherent. All core. All right. Gotta get the people. I'm the party boy. It's my job. Hardcore part. We're close. True. Hard. Full. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally coherent. All core. All. Gotta get the people. I'm the party boy. 2 on a train. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally. All core. All.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore.
The question is, what is the question? But there was a question.
We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally. All core. All.
He furrows.
Hardcore.
The question is, but there was no question.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the...
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean. Shoot. Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point. Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still. And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. He stopped right before he got to the floor. Then just...
Like a crab, you say?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly. Why? Nothing. Anyway, what else? My associates. I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them. Me? I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally coherent.
All car! All
He furrows his...
Hardcore. Ah!
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is...
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, isn't something holding it back? It's like its own...
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
It is, isn't it? But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be? No! This is the answer! What? Guys, there's something happening in his head. Oh yeah! He's I know! So does
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah!
You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate. In your heart that's alone.
What? Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from? I'm sorry, I don't know.
He feels ashamed. He can't be of more service to the future of dance music. The young man falls silent with appreciation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it.
Yeah, maybe that street talker.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
Oh, I know! I know this!
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the word...
I knew that!
And the mosaic sidewalk.
But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway,
that's all your...
Cupman! No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just...
Yeah!
Unless you were thinking Revershaw imperative right now. That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop, too. He's not a communist. It's just some...
Yeah! With the rebel yell! I can do that!
Please don't turn...
Oh, yeah, sure. This is exactly what we need.
Aye! I can do...
Please don't...
Oh, yeah, sure.
Aye! The nation rules the nation! Welcome to
The bright future of Revachol reflects off Jermaine Egghead's giant smile.
Dark
Basically, yes it is.
lungs are for love! When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing.
Objectively, don't listen to that retrograde class warrior, Egg.
Alright!
Cop of the Apocalypse. It's not far. You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody? What? Kim? No. Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside, then their paradise became no time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. Own it. Steal hot dog. A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still call. This feels wrong. End of tone. Some.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre? So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died. Are you sure you're...
Her voice. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief. Calling. Still. Again. Someone with a...
Hello, Gerard speaking. What are you, like 5? Thanks for...
Phone. Disconnect. Calling. 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 Still.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I I just need till tonight. Let me work. Testis.
Disconnect. Calling.
I'm tired. If I could go just 1 month without writing, no.
The man. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone. Just lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make it. You close your eyes. Strange. This is not how you started before. You dialed 001. This is not the area code. 4144111736. Yes. 451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. An ultra long distance call. Your air calling in the saddest, both pitiful and terrified. Calling still. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy. The lieutenant is too far away to hear your yelp. The sea wind blows. The lieutenant is too far away to hear your yelp. Calling. Then the ocean breaks.
Hello? You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk. Oh, God. Do you know what time it is? It's so late here. It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours. To work.
No response, only a sigh. The connection crackles like...
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
I'm in my rover, sleeping.
She does not answer anymore.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money. You dial in the middle calling. It looks like she does not want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her. Calling.
Harry, please.
Underneath it, she is naked and warm under a blanket.
Please.
Phone hanging. Disconnect tone. You dial the number again as you've been calling for who knows how long. cold metal takes your mind away from it.
That's enough now, officer.
It didn't give you any. Your hand is...
Officer, that's enough.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast. The carving on the door is block-like and angular. The surface is smooth from the wind. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdy. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow. You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that look. He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief.
No. Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Your hands are clammy from the sea air. The piece of sticker keeps slipping away. The lieutenant hands you a blue handkerchief. He looks a little dismayed when he gets it back crumpled. However, it should be easier to peel the sticker off now. There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Looks like today was a gold star day. The lock feels like electricity.
Let's go.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area. A great whoosh of air rushes in the heart of the...
Hello again.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns it. She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup. The wind howls. It's real. Tell her.
What is? I know. I'll stick to it.
Something changes between you two. She looks at you.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to. What is it? Oh, really? Wow. Social justice really matters that much to you? That's commendable. It really had you shaken up there. Are you sure that's it, though? No, it sounds like you just got chick issues. Okay. Why'd you think that? There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she? Really? You seem pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her? Eyes? Hair colour? Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you? How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing? Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory. Yeah. Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank. You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich. You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten though. Just my...
Yes, but it itches really, really bad.